Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to do a knife review today. We're looking at the Spyderco Sage 2 in titanium. Now, back in early 2011, I did a review on the carbon fiber Sage, which I loved. And to be honest, you can reference that video. There's not a whole lot different between that one and this one, except for this one's titanium. I mean, the overall design, everything is pretty identical. It really is an awesome, awesome EDC knife. It's like perfection, but simplicity. Does that make sense? This one came from knifehog.com. They actually beat out a lot of people on price. That's why I ended up getting it from them. They're selling these for $163.97. That even beat eBay prices and Walmart. If you go to walmart.com, they have a wide selection of knives. I'm sure they don't, sell them in the stores. I've never seen anything of this caliber in a Walmart store. Usually you're going to get some of the lesser quality, or more affordable, I should say, Kershaw's, some of the CRKTs, some K-bars, and some Buck, models and stuff like that. But if you ever went to walmart.com's website, you'll find that there's a slew of awesome knives on there, and they have pretty good prices. But Knife Hog beat them on their price on this particular knife. To get some specs out of the way, pretty much the same as the old one, or at least the one I reviewed, the carbon fiber one. 3-inch blade on this, leaf shape, okay, flat ground. It's a CPM S30V, cuts beautifully. Closed, it's 4.18 inches, and open, it's 7.12 inches. Again, we have a full titanium body here. It is a frame lock, all right? Comes in at 3.5 ounces. Very, very smooth. Phosphor bronze washers in this one. Just super nice, great lockup. I mean, you can hear that. Snaps with authority. Very simple design. So you have a pivot screw and then 2 body screws. We do have the wire clip, which I am a huge, huge fan of. I would like this pocket clip on pretty much every knife I own. And, with the only exception being some of them deep carry. This is pretty deep. It's not, literally concealed carry, or how some people consider to be a super deep carry where the clip comes off the bottom of the frame. But it sits like this, all right, in the pocket. It's very, very low inside the pocket. Just a beautiful knife. Simple box. Here's the exact model number if you want to reference it online on different sites and stuff like that. Beautiful. Just a beautiful knife. People ask me all the time, what's the perfect EDC? This is on the list of top 20 perfect EDCs. Possibly the top 10 list. The carbon fiber one, probably better. When I got the carbon fiber one, it was awesome, but I'm like, I gotta have Ti. Everyone wants titanium this, titanium that. Titanium frame locks are what's in. It's been in for a couple of years now. That trend has not gone anywhere. Titanium frame locks, super steels, precision. That's basically what the standard has been in the knife community as of the last few years. When I got the carbon fiber one, I love carbon fiber. That was obviously very popular, still is, as a material to be used. But I always wanted the titanium one. And I can tell you that recently, with the extreme crazy weather and the negative temperatures that we've been having where I live, the carbon fiber one's definitely the better one to go with during the winter. The titanium, although it's beautiful and just perfectly done, very simplistic, this knife. It's just, and I'll go over that in a second, it's a very simple design, but it really is perfected. And Spyderco does that with a lot of different models. But the titanium, like all metals, it does retain the cold. And without gloves, I did use this today. It's been part of my EDC as of late. I should do a new EDC update. I've been going through knives crazy. I also have an update on the Alien holster. That's for a whole nother video. Alien gear holster. Things been working out great. But yeah, I'll do an EDC update very soon. But you guys didn't see this because after my last EDC update, I switched off between this and 2 other knives for EDC. And I'm already very familiar with this knife in owning, the Sage 2 in carbon fiber. But I wanted to try titanium, and we just happen to have some extreme weather, and that cold, without gloves, this thing is almost unbearable. But again, that's in 0 degrees with some wind chill. Most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, if you live in a climate like I do, it's totally fine. All through the summer months, spring and fall and stuff. It's just, in the winter, all metal knives, they get cold. It's something we kind of forget sometimes. They get damn cold, and it was hard to use. It's a shame. Such a beautiful knife. It's hard to use. But yeah, that's the only downside with the titanium one. I might modify this in the future, maybe get the scales anodized, or I want to do something with this to be different, because I will EDC this again, even though, when the review's long gone. This is one I'd like to hold on to for a long time. It's one of those models that comes and goes, comes and goes. There's a lot of Spydercos that I do that with. One that most of you guys know, the Dodo. I get a Dodo, I love it. You know, it's like one of my favorite designs, even though people don't like it. And I get rid of it. I trade it or sell it just because I have to. I have to keep the rotation of stuff going, you know, coming in, going out. And then I miss it and I get it again. And I, you know, trade it off, get it again. I do the same thing with Enduras and Delicas. And militaries too, paramilitaries. I get them, you know, they don't last very long. I get rid of them. But I really miss the Sage, the Spyderco Sage 2 that was carbon fiber. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to get that exact one. Let me try titanium. And I love it. It's a beautiful, wonderful knife. If you're looking to spend between 150 and 200 on an EDC, you want something that's really going to last a very long time, has a great steel, good performance, great lockup. I mean, it's all here. This is the entire package. It's so simple. You know, it's 2 slabs of titanium, you know, a blade, a couple screws. It's a free-flowing design, all right, open frame, a couple of pillars here, standoffs, you know, a simple wire clip. But this has the lines of like just a beautiful sports car. I mean, this is really something for knife people anyway. Not the average person, but a knife person can literally just stare at this thing and look it up and down. I mean, it is just a simple design, perfectly done. Super smooth, super sharp. I'm a fan of the leaf-shaped blade that Spyderco uses on a lot of different models anyway. The full flat ground is perfect. I mean, this thing just bites into whatever I put towards it. It's ridiculous. It cuts like a saber, you know? And even though there's other steels that I'm starting to like even more than S30V, because S30V has been the standard for me for many years, but then I got to try some M390 and, of course, M4, S90V, you know, some of the ridiculous stuff, ZDP 189, you know, and then all of a sudden S30V is just okay, you know, but come on, really? S30V is the shit. It's awesome. It is a great steel, and this is a great knife to have it in. All right, if you're not familiar with this knife, or the first time you've seen this particular model, you can hold it down here, choke down a little bit, use that integrated finger choil, which is half blade, half handle. It's just perfect to choke up. You really have a lot of attention to detail in cutting and stuff. When you're using this finger choil, you have so much control. It really is ridiculous, and it's something that's it's become pretty standard to put finger choils on knives, but particularly when it goes past the ricasso here, or when it's, you know, half blade, half handle, it's just perfect. The throw finger right there, and of course it does have some jimping in there. It's very functional, a little bit of a thumb ramp, jimping on the spine. I mean, your hand locks in like crazy, all right? Or you can choke up here. Sometimes, you know, you put your thumb down in that finger choil like that, fingertip on the top of the blade. You can use that point to get in places. You know, it's just, it is a very simple thing, but it's perfectly done. Just a huge fan. Very, very smooth. I like flicking my Spydercos out with my thumb. I use the thumb hole. I know, you know, there's tons of different ways. There's probably 30 ways you can open a Spyderco folder. However, I always flick them out with my thumb. And the one thing I did do to modify this is when you get these, the blade itself, although it's so refined, there's very sharp angles on it. The spine would be great for, you know, sparking your ferrocerium rods and stuff like that, for people who want those 90-degree bushcraft spines. It's all good for that. But inside the spider hole, as most people know, it is just like a 90-degree turn. It is so sharp in there. I mean, that's purposeful. It's not by accident. It's so that it really grips your skin, so you can really, you know, get a good grip on it and you're not sliding around. However, when I grab the hole with my the meat of my finger, okay, the actual skin part, it's fine. But when I grab it with the tip, like sometimes if I go to flick it open and my thumb goes further enough down so that the nail is on the inside of there, and I go to flick it open, it skins off, you know, part of my nail. Too damn sharp. So what I did was I took a very, very fine file and I just hit right on the edge here, and it was like a tapered file, and I just knocked that very, very edge off. This way, if I use my nail, it's not going to take the nail off, all right? It's more comfortable in doing that. All right, so if you're someone who uses your thumb a lot to flick these open as opposed to the million other ways, you might want to just knock off that very edge on the inside of the opening hole. But besides that, it is just good to go. Out of the box, one of the best production EDC knives for the price, hands down. Spyderco Sage is amazing. The Sage 2 here in titanium or carbon fiber, whatever flavor you like. But 3.5 ounces, I mean, it gets lost in the pocket. You kind of forget about it because I've been used to carrying some bigger, chunkier, heavier knives lately anyway. So this is a nice little treat to go lighter again. It's just the only thing right now with our extreme cold front. It's just been too cold barehanded. With gloves, it's fine. It doesn't really, you know, doesn't get so cold that I can't use it with gloves. But I'm telling you, just today I went to take it out and I didn't have a glove on, and it was hard to hold. It really was. I had to put it away and use my neck knife. You know, so it is what it is. Anyway, there you go. Hope you guys enjoy the review. It's kind of an update. Like I said, if you want more details as to my experience using these, I would reference the first carbon fiber Sage 2 review. Just more details as to the function of this knife. It's more or less an update, just saying, hey, you know, don't forget metal knives are cold in the wintertime. They do retain that cold. And just to remind you that it's a badass knife, and I still love it. And I'm very happy with this new one. Let's take one more look at this thing. Just a beautiful knife. Really, really love it. Just a pleasure to carry and use. And it will be even more so once the weather warms up a little bit. So that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Post down in the comment section your experience with these, because I know a lot of you guys have this knife right now. You're probably flicking around watching this video because it's just that badass, and it's one of those blades that a lot of people get and they don't really get rid of because it's that good. So tell everyone what you think of it. Don't just take my word for it. You know, read the comments, watch other videos on YouTube, read the forums. You know, if you're going to be looking to buy knives, do all the research you possibly can. Most of you guys do that. Most of you guys are good about that. Like, you'll see, you know, hey, I want a new knife, and you'll watch a review from someone, and then you won't just go ahead and buy it right away. You'll watch someone else's review, and then another review, and then you'll read about it on the forums. Obtain as much knowledge and as much information as you possibly can before you make a purchase. That goes with everything. It's just, you know, being a good consumer. So anyway, that's my opinions on it, though. It's awesome. You can't really lose with it unless, like I said, you live somewhere where it's cold every day of the year. Metal knives aren't going to be for you. Stick to some of the synthetic handles. But besides that, it's totally a winner. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.